All right, so a lot of times people will bring up that in socionics, extroverted sensing and introverted sensing are both external via the internal-external dichotomy. Um, so basically, the argument is made that Carl Jung's notion of the subjective factor is no longer present in the socionics understanding of introverted sensing. I would push back on this a bit in that if you actually read Augusta's writings on introverted sensing, she will use the exact phrasing, the internal situation of the object. Now, I understand she's not technically using the terms internal and the way she's using it with the internal-external dichotomy in the same way. She's speaking about different things, but the point I would like to make here is that I don't think the subjective factor that Jung spoke about is completely absent here, because if we're talking about the internal situation of the object, so someone leading with this element, dealing with information that has to do with how the environment, how other objects are affecting their internal state, their equilibrium, their homeostasis, those sorts of things, I don't think that that kind of information is, at least if we're talking about their sense of what's happening within them, that's not the most explicit sort of information. So, and their ability to gauge how they are feeling, whether something's comfortable or not, you could say there is you could connect it to Jung's notion of the subjective factor. I don't think that would be too much of a stretch. Now, I'm not saying Jung's notion of the subjective factor is the best way to frame things in terms of introversion, or that it's the best thing to scale a model with, but I don't think it would be fair to be like, oh, this idea of the subjective factor is completely absent in socionics, so just ignore it.